Break players have been on Cloud 9 ever since Boot Hill was released. Their wish for a strong Break DPS to put Break Team back on the map has finally become reality. Boot Hill is everything a Break player could ask for. Stat requirements focused on break effects, gameplay centered around breaking enemies' toughness and remarkable strength. Players also don't need to experience the pain of trying to build him as a hybrid breaker because he is naturally hybrid. He's just perfect. The signs pointing toward the rise of break teams have actually been noticed since a few patches ago, when Hoyoverse gradually released characters with the potential to synergize with break teams, such as Ruin Mei, Gallagher, and Harmony MC. What was missing was a DPS built for this playstyle, and Boot Hill is the final piece needed to complete the puzzle. But just when you think their business with Break Team is over and Hoyoverse will move to other archetypes, they surprise us with another Break DPS, Firefly. No, not this cute little Firefly. This Firefly. Hey guys, I'm Lily Aquina, and this is the version 2.3 Early Access series. In some aspects, Firefly and Boot Hill share some similarities. They both want all your break effect pieces. They have enhanced attacks, and they can also apply elemental weakness to the enemies. However, their gameplay couldn't be more different. While Boot Hill requires precision in toughness breaking to play effectively, Firefly relies more on brute force. There's no tactical requirement to unleash her full power. If you struggle with Boot Hill's break playstyle, you might find Firefly easier to pilot. Let's take a look at her kit. First is her basic attack. She has two versions of basic attack, the normal version and the enhanced version. The normal version is a single target attack without additional effect, while the enhanced version has its multiplier doubled and a healing effect. Healing and HP consumption is the theme of Firefly's kit. Using her skill consumes her HP equal to 40% of her max HP and regenerates a fixed amount of energy equal to 60% of her max energy. She then deals fire damage to one enemy and advances her next action by 25%. The skill also has an advanced version which turns the attack into blast, adds a healing effect, applies fire weakness to one enemy for 2 turns, and now the damage output also scales with her break effect value, up to 360%. That's so cool. You can only access these enhanced attacks when Firefly enters the combustion state, which is activated by her ultimate. She has one hell of an ultimate, by the way. It advances Firefly's action by 100%, increases her speed by 60%, break efficiency by 50%, and break damage received by enemies by 20%. The duration of the combustion state is not based on Firefly's turns. Instead, it borrows Robin's ultimate mechanism. When using her ultimate, a countdown timer appears on the action order as a separate entity with a fixed speed value of 70. Firefly exits the combustion state when the countdown action value reaches 0. This means that her speed determines how many actions she can do while in the combustion state. Since her ultimate provides 60 speed, if your Firefly has 140 speed, she'll reach 200 speed, allowing for 2 actions per cycle. Now moving on to her traces. The first one says, while in combustion state, attacking enemies without fire weakness can also reduce toughness by an amount equal to 55% of the original ability's toughness reduction. That's insane. Trace number 2. Under combustion state, when Firefly's break effect is equal to or greater than 200% or 360%, attacking a weakness-broken enemy target will convert the toughness reduction of this attack into one instance of 35% or 50% super break damage. This is also good. She has her own super break damage. What did I tell you guys? I told you that super break damage is not going to be exclusive to Harmony MC. This mechanic is too fundamental for just one character to monopolize. Trace number 3. For every 10 of Firefly's attack that exceeds 1800, increases her break effect by 0.8%. Now I understand why people say Firefly needs Harmony MC more than Boot Hill does. The damage bonus on her enhanced skill is capped at 360% break effect, right? That is insanely high. Assuming your Harmony MC provides 100% break effect, Firefly still needs 260% break effect. Let's say average players can only get 200% break effect from rope, set bonus, and substats. If Firefly has 2550 attack, this trace will help her obtain the remaining 60%. I don't think that's impossible to achieve with attack chess piece and orbs. As you can see, contrary to Boothill, who lives and dies by his skill, the heart of Firefly's gameplay is her ultimate. The key question is, how quickly can you unleash it in battle? Her energy requirement is very high at 240. However, if you remember, her normal skill trades 40% of her HP for 60% energy. That's 144 energy. In Memory of Chaos, after counting the starting 50% energy, it appears that she actually only needs one turn to maximize her meter and unleash her first ultimate. That's impressive. Not many characters can do it without Ting Yun's help or using an energy recharge rope. However, there is a catch. While the first ultimate is easy to obtain, but if you can't finish the battle before the first combustion state expires, getting the second one might be challenging. That is because her enhanced basic attack and enhanced skill do not regenerate energy. You'll have to rely on getting hit or defeating enemies to refill her meter. Fortunately, there are several solutions to this issue. As a destruction character, Firefly will naturally attract the enemy's attacks unless your team includes a preservation. But as you can see, the base taunt value might not be effective enough on its own. Adding links who can increase Firefly's taunt value will make this effect more reliable. This is my preferred combo over pairing Firefly with Gallagher. Won't this make Firefly vulnerable? Not at all. If all her traces focus on offense, her talent, on the other hand, enhances her defense. The lower Firefly's HP, the less damage she receives, reducing up to 40% damage. Additionally, when her meter is maxed, she removes all debuffs applied to her. With this talent and Lynx's emergency healing, she can avoid one-shot situations. A more straightforward solution is to provide her with energy using a battery charger like Ting Yun. Lastly, let's talk about her technique. The animation is super cool, but the main notable effect is that she applies fire weakness to all enemies for 2 turns at the start of the battle. And this is the end of Firefly's gameplay. See, I told you she is very simple to pilot. In terms of gear, you don't need to worry too much right now, as her best-in-slot relics and planar ornaments will be available in version 2.3. The relic set is called Iron Cavalry. The 2-piece bonus increases the wearer's break effect by 16%, while the 4-piece bonus focuses on defense ignore based on the wearer's break effect value. Boothill would love this set too, but I personally will prioritize Firefly. The new planar ornament also seems to be tailor-made for her. It increases the wearer's speed by 6%, and when hitting enemies with fire weakness, the wearer's break effect is increased by 40% for 1 turn. This set screams Firefly in your face. It can't be more obvious. As for the main stat on each piece, they are exactly the same as Boothill. Attack or crit chest piece, speed boots, attack or elemental orbs, and break effect rope. Substat priority is break effect and speed. Although she doesn't ask for crit investment, if you have pieces with crit rate or crit damage, keep them. Moving on to Light Cone real quick. The best in slot is obviously her signature one. However, the Destruction Light Cone from the Herta shop is a solid alternative. If you have the Misha Light Cone, it is also very good for her. Now let's move on to the section we've all been waiting for, Eidolons. Her first Eidolon makes her enhanced skill ignore 15% of the target's defense and doesn't consume skill point. The defense ignore synergizes well with the new relic set, and removing skill point will make Firefly even more efficient in battle. This is a solid Eidolon. Eidolons 2. If Firefly kills an enemy or breaks their toughness using the enhanced basic or enhanced skill, she gains 1 extra turn. This effect can be triggered again after 1 turn. This one is also good and particularly beneficial for speedrunners. Eidolons 4. While in combustion state, increase Firefly's effect resistance by 50%. Well, I don't know. Compared to the previous Eidolons, this one is kind of whatever. Lastly, the mighty Eidolon 6. While in combustion state, increases Firefly's resistance penetration by 20%. Additionally, using the enhanced basic attack and enhanced skill boosts her weakness break efficiency by 50%. You know what? Compared to Robin and Boot Hill, Firefly's E6 seems more normal. These effects are good, but not mind-blowing or game-breaking like the other guys. This is an acceptable E6 for my standard. I'm just surprised after reviewing Robin and Boot Hill's E6 back then. And here comes the million-dollar question. Between E1 and Signature Light Cone, which one is better? Assuming you already have Ruin Mei in your account, in my opinion, E1 is superior. If you don't have Ruin Mei yet, don't even think about getting her Eidolons or Signature. Prioritize Ruin Mei at all costs. In summary, Firefly is the second proper break DPS in Honkai Star Rail after Boot Hill. As break players, we should celebrate her arrival just as we did for Boot Hill. Comparing them is pointless and stupid since we need two teams in this game. This is our chance to build two strong break teams, with Firefly and Boot Hill leading their respective squads. If you can't afford to pull both now, the rerun banner is your moment. In the next videos, I will demonstrate how to build two equally strong break teams using the available characters. See you next time.